Hi everyone, Charity Preston here from the Organized Classroom Vlog. So I had a question posted to me on the Facebook fan page of the Organized Classroom Vlog from a reader who wanted some tips on how to keep the teacher's desk organized. And that's a pretty big one. I definitely know plenty of teachers that I've gone into their room and there's pile after pile after pile after pile. And some, that works for them. I actually student taught under a fantastic mentor teacher who was a pile maker. She had piles everywhere, but she knew exactly what was in each one of those piles. And so there was a method to her madness. So if that method works for you, great. If it's not working for you, well, hopefully I can give you a few tips today. All right, so I have my notes here. I want to make sure I don't miss anything. How I start my desk. First of all, everything's clear on my desk. And then I begin by grabbing just a plain mug. Any kind of mug will do. And I put inside the mug all of my writing utensils, pencils, pens. I put scissors because I'm going to need those. Sometimes I'll put a stapler and put it there as well. And that sets on my desk. I don't need anything else on my desk at all for writing. So I don't need one of those little caddies. It has to organize everything. In my desk drawers, I put rubber bands and paper clips and things like that that tend to get really messy and kind of lay all over the place. They don't always make it in the right spot, so they go in my desk drawers where no one can see. That's the key there. My desk stays clean. Don't look at my drawers though. But I can always organize those as needed as well. It doesn't have to be done right away. If you appear disorganized to parents and administrators and students, then that does not put a good image on you. So make sure your desk area is pretty clear. Now the next thing I do is whenever I am doing my plans, I make sure that I have my lesson plan sitting someplace else in the room. Even if it's behind my desk, on top of a filing cabinet, on top of a student desk. I've also done that before. And how I organize my materials for my lessons, I ask anybody, you'll see these crates everywhere in my room. And I literally make files Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So then Friday before I leave, I prepare all the materials, at least for Monday and Tuesday, and I put everything inside. I make all the copies and everything, put them right inside the files. If I have big manipulatives that I'm going to need to get out, I set those right to the side of it as well. Then I put this whole crate on a student desk that's against the wall, an extra one maybe that I had, someplace that's out of the way that the students aren't going to get their hands on. And then right in front of the crate, I will set my lesson plan book. So that way if I'm not there, something comes up over the weekend, I get sick, one of my kids gets sick, I can send a substitute in there, my plans are ready to go, my materials are ready to go, it's already filed for them, and I've had lots. I happen to have been a sub for 2 years, so I completely understand, and I've had lots of compliments from my substitutes about how organized that is, because they don't have to search for anything, they don't have to hunt for anything, it's already there. Okay, so then that's what I do now. Another thing I used to have on my desk was one of those big, huge desk calendars. And that worked well for me for a couple of years, but then I found that I would be writing things down and it was just getting very messy for me and I didn't like the messiness of it. So what I've done instead is I take just a clipboard. Now this one is a fancy clipboard actually that someone made for me a long time ago. Obviously it doesn't even have the right initials on it anymore. But it's really cool. It's like a box and then they painted on the front of it. It was a gift from someone. But the important part is got the clipboard part of it right here. I like this one in particular because I can open it and I've got a place to put a pen and I can put documents in here that go with my calendar. And what I do is I go to Microsoft Word templates or Office templates and I print off an entire August through June, really, because July doesn't matter to me. I'm not going to be in school during that time, but August through June calendar, a school year calendar. And you can choose the template and it's just a plain template. They're regular size sheets and this one whole page would be all of August, and then I print another page for all of September. And then I don't staple them together. I usually paper clip them, but I put them in a sheet protector. Now, I don't have it in here. This is just plain paper that I've kind of thrown in here. But this is an example. So I have it for all year. And I sit down on the calendar and place in there the things that I already know are on my school calendar. So it's already there. This is like my master Bible calendar that I would just be lost completely without. Now, this is the best part about this. As things come up, you use your master calendar to do all your planning. So you're sitting down to do your lesson planning for the week. Grab that master calendar and plug in the things that are already listed on here that you've marked. Of course, there's going to be things that are going to come up. So on Monday, you have everything ready to go, and then you go to your mailbox, and your principal has put in a note about 2 weeks from now, there's going to be a spelling bee. Oh, well, I don't want to forget the spelling bee. So you can either pull out the calendar and mark it. You can, let's pretend like this was the note about the spelling bee. Sometimes, or an email. I'll print off the email real quick. I'll take the email or the paper that whoever has put in my mailbox. I fold it in half and I slide it into the sheet protector in the front if it's the current month. If it is, let's say, January, something's coming up in January and they're letting us know about it early. That really never happens. But let's pretend like it did. If it did, then I would find my January calendar in here and I would slide it in front of there. So that way, as I flip through these calendars to do my planning, it's already in there. I don't have to remember it, I don't have to think about it. It's already here and it's ready for me to go. Now, if I don't actually get a piece of paper and Susie's mom says, hey, I want to meet with you 2 weeks from today for a planning meeting for a Valentine's Day party. Okay, so then I grab a stack of sticky notes, I go through these. I seriously should have stock in the sticky note company because I go through tons of these every single year. I just write a little note, Susie's mom, and when we're meeting, what we're doing. I take off the sticky note and I put it on the calendar of whatever month that the note goes into. So if you would see my stack here, you would see sticky notes all over the front of it for things that are coming up. And then as I mark them down in my lessons for that next week, I just pull the sticky note off and I'm good to go. All right, I don't want to run out of time. The last thing that I do that I also have on my desk as well is so important to me. This I also use a legal notepad for this, same thing. And what I do, this certainly could work. You probably have a million of just these plain standard notebooks lying around. I actually put Monday on a page, Tuesday on a page, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then after that I put to be done later. I actually put down as things come up and we have it say, oh wait, we have a team meeting. I just got an email about a team meeting for this Thursday. When my plans are already done, I can jot it in my plans if I want to, or I can put here, this is like my daily to-do list. So that way I know what needs to get done. If I don't get everything done, at the end of the day, I go through Monday, I don't get it all done, I go to the next page and add it to Tuesday. So it's constantly a running record. If it's something that I know, oh, you know what, I'm just not going to get to that this week, I add it to the to be done later list. And it's a constantly rotating list. So I always know what's coming up and I always have something going on. So that's how I run mine. I think the important thing is whenever you get papers in your mailbox, either toss them if you don't need them, if they're just ads or whatever, add them to your calendar, add them to your lesson plans, get them filed. I'm also going to include below this video on my blog post. If you don't know where the blog post is, look in the description of this video straight down below. And I will add a link to my file organization for teachers blog post that I did a while back as well, and there's a video that accompanies that. So I hope that's helped you a little bit. My readers who have requested this video for keeping the teacher's desk clean, just attack it as soon as you get it and keep it clean. Don't leave until it's done. That's pretty much how I do it. So I hope everyone has enjoyed. Make sure to join us at the Organized Classroom Blogs Facebook fan page. Post your questions up there and join us at the blog. All right, bye.